You're tuning into howtoplaystock.com. My name is Kepley. Today is April 24th, 2017. It's Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. And in today's video, I wanted to cover another topic within Bitcoin, and it's called Bitcoin mining. Okay, now this is completely new to me, so bear with me here. I'm going to take you through and kind of give you an overview of what Bitcoin mining is. So just getting started here, I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and this kind of explains what Bitcoin mining is. So I'm going to hit play, and let's go ahead and watch this real quick. It takes just a couple minutes.
What is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin operates as a peer-to-peer network. This means that everyone who uses Bitcoin is a tiny fraction of the bank of Bitcoin. But where do Bitcoins come from? With paper money, a government decides when to print and distribute money. Bitcoin doesn't have a central government. With Bitcoin, miners use special software to solve math problems and are issued a certain number of Bitcoins in exchange. This provides a smart way to issue the currency and also creates an incentive for more people to mine. And since miners are required to approve Bitcoin transactions, more miners means a more secure network. The Bitcoin network automatically changes the difficulty of the math problems, depending on how fast they're being solved. In the early days, Bitcoin miners solved these math problems with the processors in their computers. Soon, miners discovered that graphics cards used for gaming were much better suited to this kind of math. Graphics cards are faster, but they use more electricity and generate a lot of heat. The first commercial Bitcoin mining products included chips that were reprogrammed for mining Bitcoin. These chips were faster, but still power-hungry. ASIC, or Application-Specific Integrated Circuit chips, are designed specifically for Bitcoin mining. ASIC technology has made Bitcoin mining even faster while using less power. As the popularity of Bitcoin increases, more miners join the network, making it more difficult for individuals to solve the math problems. To overcome this, miners have developed a way to work together in pools. Pools of miners find solutions faster than their individual members, and each miner is rewarded proportionate to the amount of work he or she provides. Mining is an important and integral part of Bitcoin that ensures fairness while keeping the Bitcoin network stable, safe, and secure. For more information about Bitcoin mining, visit bitcoinmining.com.
Now that explains how Bitcoin mining works. Basically, I'm going to cover just a few different things here, for the sake of giving us all a little bit of knowledge here on Bitcoin, okay? So how Bitcoin mining works. Where do Bitcoins come from? With paper money, a government decides when to print and distribute money. Bitcoin doesn't have a central government like they were saying in the video. With Bitcoin, miners use special software, and some of that software we're going to go ahead and cover real quick. One of those would be Genesis Mining. So I'm going to take you to Genesis Mining here. This is their website. Now, apparently, the way this works is you got to get some hardware together that can handle the computing power to go ahead and mine Bitcoin. I've looked at some of the hardware out there and the prices on that, and you're looking at somewhere around the tunes of anywhere between $500 on up to a couple $1,000 just for the hardware to run the software and the algorithms that are going to mine Bitcoin for you. Now, there's a much cheaper way to do this. You can do it through cloud computing. And cloud computing, I'm familiar with this based off of my IT background. And basically what you're doing is you're remoting your remote desktop on your computer is allowing you to remote in through the cloud to a data center where you can utilize another company's hardware and software that has the computing power to allow you to go ahead and mine Bitcoin without having to worry about any of the electrical issues that they were talking about in that previous video. If anybody here is using Genesis Mining, let us know, how the service is, how that's working for you. and also let us know how the payouts are. The other thing I want to cover real quick is advantages to Bitcoin cloud mining. So with Bitcoin, there's no excess heat to deal with when you're tapping into another company's data center. It's quiet because of no constantly humming fans. There's no electricity costs. There's no Bitcoin mining equipment to sell when the Bitcoin mining is no longer profitable. No ventilation problems with hot equipment, no pre-ordered Bitcoin mining hardware that may not be delivered on time by Bitcoin mining equipment suppliers. Now the disadvantages to cloud mining are fraud and unverifiable or otherwise shady Bitcoin cloud mining operations. It's no fun if you like building your own Bitcoin hashing systems, lower profits, lack of possession of the Bitcoin mining hardware, lack of ability to change the Bitcoin mining software. So there are some advantages and disadvantages to this. I'll leave this link in the video for you so you can go check it out for yourself. But here's just some of the other cloud hashing services that you can go through. Hashflare. It looks like you have to purchase at least 10 gigahertz of space to go ahead and mine. Again, guys, I don't know a whole lot about this stuff, so this is just kind of an informational video. Again, if you're doing this, and you're involved in this right now, go ahead and leave your comments and testimonials in the video below and let us know how that's going for you. So how Bitcoin mining works, you're watching the video there, pretty much explained it, and explains everything that I'm going to tell you here. With Bitcoin miners, they use special software to solve math problems and are issued a certain number of Bitcoins in exchange. So if you're somebody who's wanting to get into Bitcoin, you don't really want to, pay out your own money out of pocket to acquire Bitcoin because maybe you're not sure of it, or you don't know, you're not sure how it really works yet and how secure it really is. Such as myself, for instance, you might want to look into Bitcoin mining, and that's why I'm shooting this video, is because I'm not too sure of Bitcoin yet, and I'm not willing to pay $1,200 out of pocket for a digital currency. Okay, now keep in mind, when you're investing in Bitcoin and you're using Bitcoin, it's a digital currency, so it's based off the internet. Okay, now ask yourself a question real quick. What if the internet goes away? If the internet went away, well, you wouldn't have Bitcoin. So all this money that you invested out of pocket into Bitcoin, it would be irrelevant. Your Bitcoins would have no purpose. So you have to keep that in mind when you're looking at Bitcoin. And instead of investing in it with money out of my own pocket, I would rather do a little bit of work, through Bitcoin mining and acquire it that way. So that's the whole purpose for this video. So this provides a smart way to issue the currency through Bitcoin mining, and it also creates an incentive for more people to mine. Okay, like they were saying in the video. Now they say here Bitcoin is secure. I'm going to go ahead and take that for what it is. And I'm kind of skeptical about the whole security issue behind Bitcoin. The reason why is because I was a network engineer, and I remember taking a class when I was contracting for the government. And in this class, we sat down and we watched a guy. This was a class on ethical hacking, which is black hat and white hat. For those of you that aren't familiar with hacking, basically it was a class that taught you, the ethics behind hacking. What is deemed good hacking and bad hacking. So depending on what the intentions are behind that hack, it could be for the better or it could be for the worse. And in this class, this man basically told us, okay, the government had hired him after they had caught him hacking a couple large banks. And in this class, he basically told us that anytime a software or whatever it is that's developed through a programmer, anytime they say it's secure, give a hacker about 6 months and they'll break that code. Now, Bitcoin actually hasn't been hacked yet. There's been several attempts from people trying to hack Bitcoin. I believe the government's been one of those, and nobody's been able to hack it. And that's part of the reason why the U.S. Treasury deemed Bitcoin as a decentralized currency, because they can't control it. In other words, they can't break into it. But regardless of what they say, I'm just going to give it some time before I invest my own money in it, because you never know. I mean, some hacker could come out and hack Bitcoin, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin's not secure. Now, that's a hypothetical situation. I don't think that's really going to happen, but we'll see in time. If you guys have any information on the security of Bitcoin, other than what I'm covering, feel free to put it in the comments section. But other than that, that's all I wanted to cover for today. You're tuning in to howtoPlayStock.com. These are today's investors' investing tips. And remember, guys, income's the outcome, okay? And if you like what you're seeing here, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys later.